Good morning, citizens. Your overnight account balances have been updated. Time to start a productive day. Final notice, your account balance is below 500. You need 50 credits by the end of the day to avoid automatic eviction. If you have missed work due to illness, you must provide a doctor's note to reclaim your credits.
Any extra credits? Please.
Tensions are high today, with more people planning to join the Citizens Against Digital Control protest. Remember, the government knows who you are at all times. Resisting is not worth the consequences. All of their newest social credit systems are designed to keep you and your families safe and efficient.
Authorities seized a record balance of an individual's credits, citing excessive hoarding.
Traffic violation detected. 7 miles per hour over the limit. 75 credits have been automatically deducted.
You have to be fucking kidding me.
Yep, you got the flu. Your blood work shows a significant iron deficiency. I recommend incorporating more red meat into your diet.
Dr. Jones, your taxes were not filed and have been automatically deducted with late fees. Your medical license has been revoked.
Oh, hell nah. I filed an extension.
Purchase denied. Monthly red meat allowance exceeded. Try mealworms instead. Attention. Unauthorized political gathering detected. Participants' access to financial services has been suspended. Due to the speeding infraction, your car will be immobilized for 3 days.
Fuck you! Take your surveillance policies and rot in hell!
You've earned 50 bonus credits for reporting your neighbor's hateful misconduct. This content exceeds your current social credit tier. May we suggest citizen responsibility? Sarah, open the door. You have been identified by the authorities. Don't resist. Don't resist. Don't resist.
Don't resist, guys. She bought the mealworms. Did you see that? Holy moly. You guys think that can't be your future? It absolutely can be our future. That's what this whole episode's going to be about, actually. We seem to be sliding down this slippery slope towards a future that looks very similar to that. I'm hearing a lot of chatter about the end times and about the mark of the beast and the end of the world. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to be looking at some of that. I am joined today by my wife, Victoria. I am excited that she is here with us because we have been paying attention. We've been reading our Bible, and the Bible says in the end times there will be signs and wonders. Stay ever watchful and be looking out for these signs and wonders because they will be foretelling things to come. So we are ever watchful, guys, and we are paying attention, and there's a lot of stuff been coming out, kind of like that video there, but a lot of stuff supporting the idea that's going on behind that video there as being a very real part of our future very soon. So welcome to this episode of the Southern Draw Podcast, and we are going to jump right in right now. Let's get it.
And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free-of-charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. It's as simple as that.
Wow. So digital ID, guys, that's the big hot topic of the day. Actually, the hot topic right now to get us not focused on the digital ID is all of the government shutdown and all of that back and forth banter. But honestly, guys, you need to be paying attention because around the world, things are happening, man. Have you seen some of this stuff happening with the digital ID?
I was really surprised when you told me about that. I was like, really? They're just going to kind of release that and be so vocal about it and be like, if you want to work.
Yeah, you can't work if you don't do this. If you don't provide your biometric data, you can't work in the UK. So you can actually refuse to do it. They're totally fine with that. We're not making you get the ID. You just can't have a job.
I mean, that sounds like being forced out or into starvation or to leave your country.
Think about that one video that we just opened the show with. Like, that's the reality that all of this leads to, guys. All of this stuff that you're seeing, all of it, it's leading us. They're trying to get us to that reality, that digitally controlled reality where there's government controls everything, surveils everything. You are completely and 100% a slave to the government and to the control system. Well, that's where we're headed. You can laugh and people say, oh, you're conspiracy theorists. Guys, you can say whatever you want. Conspiracy theorists.
You saw what he just said. We didn't make that up.
On this channel, they're called conspiracy truthists because they don't spread theories. They spread spoiler alerts. So just to let you know, that's what's coming, guys. This whole thing right here with this digital ID with Keir Starmer. Let's take a look at another one.
Oh, it did say by the end of Parliament. By chance, do you know when that's going to be?
I don't know. I'd have to look. I don't follow their government very closely or how it works. It says new European Union announces all Americans visiting nearly 30 countries, almost all in the EU, will be required to surrender fingerprints, biometric data, and your photograph, which will be stored by their government. Okay, Americans, I'm going to just say, don't go over there. Simple.
I mean,
just don't go.
They already have our photograph
don't go.
on the passport. And if I'm not mistaken, don't they have to have our fingerprints already too?
Maybe. I'm not sure. I think I would get copyrighted if I put this guy's voice on my channel. It's like a news program, so I'm not going to do it.
Just to remind everybody on how fast everything is moving, here are some things that have happened just in the last 7 days, starting with this one. Albania became the first country to appoint an AI system named Diala as a government minister. This thing also just gave its first speech to Parliament, and in that speech, it told everybody that its feelings were hurt. Another one is that Vietnam deletes millions of accounts under the new biometric rules. And there was 86 million bank accounts that were shut down because they did not fall in line with the biometric rules.
So you say that the video at the beginning, for all you naysayers, can't be a reality, it's conspiracy theory nonsense. Here it's happened in Vietnam. Guys, understand, these little countries like this one, like Vietnam, the UK, some of these others that you're going to see on here, these are test markets. That's what you're seeing happening here. These are test markets for an agenda that is being rolled out globally. This is the globalist agenda. Look up 2030 agenda. This is what they are trying to accomplish. They're not being private about it. This isn't made up. This is their agenda. This is what they all sign off on and what they're trying to do here. So, yeah, they're testing it in other countries because the United States is hard to test things like this in. We push back a little bit more, and we need to continue pushing back because what they generally do is try to wear us down a little bit over time, just trickle in little bits at a time until we, before long, have given into the entire system that we opposed at the beginning.
Yeah, the jab.
Exactly. That's a perfect example.
We also have over in the UK, the digital ID is released over there. And so you cannot work unless you have a digital ID. And they are saying or claiming that this is to combat immigration. Not sure how that works, but if it works, are they going to boost it a little bit more? If it doesn't work, are they going to take it away? No, this is here to stay, and it's only going to spread. But they are also theorizing that this digital ID that they just released over there could lead to a China-style social credit system.
Whoa, what I said at the beginning?
That one.
Exactly.
This one is new today on September 28th.
Swiss
voters narrowly approve plan for electronic ID cards. And so the Swiss people They actually voted for this.
It's a shame.
It says on Sunday, September 28, 2025, Swiss voters approved a plan for voluntary electronic identity cards with 50% voting in favor and 49%
Don't give it away,
against.
you guys. Don't give
This
it
is what they
away.
voted for, and the majority of them voted in favor of a voluntary electronic identity card. We are in a world that now has the capability to monitor everything, shut down things if they want to, the bank accounts. It's all going to be under the guise of safety or convenience. And so it's interesting when you think about how they want everything to be more secure, right? This is one of the things that they're going to say. It's more secure. It's not going to be hackable. All of those kind of buzzwords that get people all, starry-eyed. And so it's important to know where this is trending towards, and where this is trending towards is a one-world government. And I just need you to recognize that there was no possible way for there to be somebody who controls whether you buy or sell in a previous generation before the one that we're in right now. Now it is possible. And so this is one of the things that allows us to kind of see where we are at on the prophetic timeline right now. And so this kind of stuff right here, everything that we just talked about in this video, this is some stuff we need to pay attention to. This is important. Sometimes people might feel like things are calming down. No. There are things popping off all over the place. And so this is just some of the couple things that happened just within the last week.
Yeah, well, he makes a good point as far as people should be paying attention. There's all these things going on that people are saying aren't a big deal and don't matter. I'll point one out to you, the 3i Atlas comment. I've been paying a close attention to that one. Not to mention, it appeared out of nowhere from outside of our solar system. It came from deep space somewhere and just appeared. It's doing very, very weird things. I don't think I've talked about it much on this channel, but I think we maybe should. That said, it just made its closest pass to Mars, and our government was shut down during a period when we had the greatest opportunity to photograph it and take all this data and stuff. Now, my guess is they probably photographed and took all this data anyway, but they're just not releasing it. So whichever the case may be, it's very interesting that they would take either route. Why take either one of those routes? Why not make sure that this thing is studied, it's photographed, and then the details are released? Because it's doing a lot of weird things. There's a lot of buzz around this one. So interesting. I think it's interesting enough to keep an eye on. That said, a lot of these other things like this, the stuff this guy's bringing up in these videos that we're going to watch right now are worth keeping an eye on, guys. This is weird stuff going on, and these are just some of the latest videos that have come out. There's all kinds of stuff. If you look back over time, man, this stuff is piled up thick. No, I know. Some of these videos are fake. I get it. But some of the stuff I'm showing you guys is not fake at all. Some of this stuff I will try to debunk if I think it's fake, but otherwise, it's interesting that these things are happening in the time that we are living in. So let's jump back in.
Hi, everyone. This is Dr. Sherry Tenpenny, and I want to do a quick update about a document that got passed by the United Nations this weekend called the Pact of the Future document. It is quite egregious, and it was done by a procedure called the silence procedure, which makes it a pact. And if no one objected, it is automatically adopted and put into the record as being completely adopted. This is the World Health Organization's runaround, or end around. Since they were not able to get the World Health Organization treaty passed, they decided to take it to the General Assembly. And it is even more egregious than what the World Health Organization was wanting to get passed. That is now being accepted by 193 nations around the world and equally open-armed accepted by our current administration. Everyone, it says that this is the power structure, fully digital and maximized for the control of the masses. Everyone will be expected to have a biometric digital ID that marks them not just as citizens of an individual country, but as a global citizen. Anyone that has a dissonant opinion will be labeled as misinformation, disinformation, or malinformation and memory hold. Perpetrators for unapproved information will be fact-checked and punished by the system, which will be operated and enforced by artificial intelligence. Punishments will include being locked out of one's bank account, being unable to make certain purchases, unable to get on an airplane, on a subway, drive on public roads. This is the future, according to the world's self-appointed overlords at the United Nations. These are unelected bureaucrats that are making decisions about our country, our sovereignty around the world. Have water, food, digital access, flashlights, a way to communicate with family and friends. Now is really the time to get involved and get prepared, because this is what's coming.
Yeah, she makes a good point, guys. This is definitely a crazy time. It's a crazy time we're living in. It is, but it was all told in the Bible. So some of us have been kind of looking out for just such a time as this. Am I telling you that the Revelation's playing out in real time? No, I'm not telling you that. I'm not telling you that at all. Honestly, the Bible says no one knows the hour or the day. I mean, anyone telling you that it's going to happen on this date or that it's, they truly just don't know what they're talking about. However, that said, we're supposed to be ever watchful, babe. Why?
So we're not deceived.
And there's going to be people coming from all over trying to deceive us, right? People from like social media, people from the government, people from the news, the mainstream news media, celebrities, right? All this stuff's going to be coming out. Even people within your church, guys. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful. Keep yourself guarded. Put on the whole armor of God. All that. Do that. Do it. Go out into the world prepared.
Christianity, there is a conspiracy theory that suggests that every single god from every single religion are real, and that they are fallen angels, and that they were with Satan when Satan went to war with heaven. And then when Satan was casted...
What do you think about that, guys? What do you think so far? I'm going to let him talk, but what do you think about that? Do you think that the fallen angels, or rather the angels that were cast out of heaven, do you think that those are the gods and goddesses of old mythology? You know, that's what Pastor Walt called me about the other day. He was saying the same thing. He was kind of reading into some of those ideas and stuff. Yeah.
But where did this idea come from? Like, where did that realization?
It's apparently kind of alluded to in some of the extra biblical texts. So that would be like Book of Enoch or the book of, or like the Maccabees or any of those books.
The Apocrypha.
Yeah, the Apocrypha books, and as well as like the Book of Enoch and some of these that were found within the Dead Sea Scrolls. So I guess that's where some of that stuff's coming from. I guess. Yeah. Tell me what you think in the comments, guys. What is going on with what do you think about what this kid's saying? I think he's a pretty smart kid, honestly. I wanted to say though that I thought the kid was funny because like he reminds me so much of one of the characters off of Stranger Things. Just like listen to the way he talks.
Dusty?
Is it Dusty that he reminds me of? I don't know. It just makes me think he should be on the show. Like, watch this.
Oh, that's my favorite one.
Suggests that every single god from every single religion are real, and that they are fallen angels, and that they were with Satan when Satan went to war with heaven. And then when Satan was casted out of heaven, the fallen angels went with him, and they're fallen too. And to confuse man, he went to different regions of the world and preached that they were gods. And that's how different religions became a thing. So like Greek theology, so like Zeus, Hades, Poseidon. In Norse theology, like Thor, Odin, Loki. I'm saying theology because I don't want to disrespect them. And it also suggests that God gave great powers and abilities to people, and they thought themselves gods. And the reason why people think this theory is for real is because in the Bible, God actually gave people great abilities. Like Moses, he gave him a rod engulfed with his power. He gave Elijah the ability, like a cloak that was engulfed in his power too. So Elijah was able to curse people in the name of God. He also did it with Samson when he gave Samson superhuman strength. He gave Solomon unparalleled wisdom. He gave the apostles so much powers, and it's not even funny. Most notably, he gave them the power to bring people back to life. The figure that mostly supports this theory is Jesus Christ, because not only is he the Son of God, but he possesses a variety of different abilities, like see the future. He's able to cast out demons in his own name. He's able to bring people back to life. He cured blindness. He cured crippled people. They wouldn't be able to walk. He also cured deaf people. But yeah, that's the whole theory of it. I just wanted to talk about it. Thank you. I love you. God bless.
Yeah, so tell me what you think about that, guys. You think he's on to something? I think he could be. Could be.
Objektet sett I natt. Politiet sier det ikke 100% sikkert at det var en drone. Men hvis det var en drone, så velter liten tue stort lass, eller I hvert fall skaper masse flykaos.
Like a flying house. The object is not
Politiet sier det ikke 100% sikkert at det var en drone. Men hvis det var en drone, så velter liten tue stort lass, eller I hvert fall skaper masse flykaos.
A flying house.
So it's the size of a flying house, apparently, this drone. Where was this at? This was over... Norway. So this was over Norway. So the same drones that were flying over New Jersey and giving all the problems over New Jersey are now popping up all over this part of Europe, around Norway and some of the surrounding countries there. Very interesting, because the governments are given the very same exact explanations that we were given here in the United States, that we don't know what it is. Or wait, hold up. Yeah, no, they're supposed to be there. Yeah, they're just working. It's fine. Just look the other way. That's essentially what they're being told.
Something that he couldn't quite explain. He said it was kind of creepy, but then he brings it home.
Okay, guys, here it is again. I just got home. It's really reflective, so I'm going to try not to reveal myself in the reflection when I show you all the markings.
Okay.
So here's this side.
We got to get some context here.
And I'm still not touching it with my hand because I think it is dangerous or radioactive.
Okay, so I just want to preface this one. It says apparently this guy says that he was out in the desert, or I think the desert, and he saw this object, this rod object flying through the sky, and it looked like it was coming down towards his direction, so he started filming it. He's got film of this, or pictures, I don't know. But this thing crashes into the desert sand and makes a big hole in the dirt and all this kind of stuff, right? He goes over and he digs it out, and this is what it is. That's the story that he is telling. And now since then, there's several videos apparently. I've seen a couple of them where he's like trying to do experiments with this thing, and he's like keeping it outside of his house, and he says it makes him sick sometimes if he gets close to it and this kind of stuff. He claims it's not man-made and all this, but when he okay, so right here in this particular shot, if you look real close at some of those markings,
they look etched.
They do, but they look etched is the point.
So like, I mean, not laser cut?
No, they're rough. They're kind of rough, and you can see where there's imperfections in the markings. And then if you look just underneath the markings here, okay, like you see that dark line, that miscolor, that discoloration.
Sure.
Where it goes from a very shiny stainless steel look to the curve, right?
Yeah.
Right at the curve point is a discoloration in the line, right? I believe that is the weld point where they welded the cap on the end of this stainless steel tube.
And just made it really shiny?
And then used a grinder, or like a grinding wheel, and then a buffer and all of that, polished it up really, really nice and made it look pretty good. That's what I think. I think this was man-made. I think this whole thing's a scam and a hoax. It looks man-made to me. That's what I'm going to say about this. But I'll let you guys decide. You tell me what you think in the comments, because that's just from my personal experience with stuff like this, growing up on a farm, welding, doing things like this. So I feel like I know people that could make this. Me personally, no, I'm not that good, but I feel like I know people that could make this.
Something. It's really smooth.
See that discoloration? Look at that line.
Yeah,
that's a weld.
I agree.
That's a weld point.
That good, but
I think.
I can tell you, I didn't make it.
My opinion.
Well, he swears he didn't make it, so
he might not have made it. I'm not saying he made it. I just don't think
it's essentially the same on this side, but the markings are slightly different, like the words on the side. Let me find that other. Oh, there it is. Okay, guys.
See that star there?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Star of David almost.
I guess that marks.
Not even almost. It was a Star of
the
David.
day I posted on YouTube the full object. So now I'm gonna keep trying to post like every day so I don't disappear, but
Oh my.
we all know how these things go, so
Oh man, see, I feel like he's trying to create hype.
just wish for the best for me.
If
And
you
I'll
feel
try
that
to
way,
do some experiments with this. And
you
record
don't
it.
tell people about it.
I'll probably try to open it at some point, but I don't know how to do that right now.
It's gonna open it,
I also don't want to die.
right? You said it makes you
It's
sick.
radioactive and blows up or something, but anyway, yeah, this is the spinning around.
Yeah, so it's interesting, but to me, it just looks like a stainless steel tube that somebody welded some caps on, made some little designs on or whatever. But he's claiming this whole story about how he gets nauseous and lightheaded and all this kind of stuff whenever he's around it for extended period of time or whatever. And he claimed it burnt him one time, but then, like, this was really funny. I saw a video. He claimed it burnt his skin when he touched it. So he tries not to touch it. You saw him holding it with an oven mitt. All right. So, but then there's another video where he's like filming it and he's like, he just like sprayed some water on it and he's like, nothing's happening when I spray the water on it. And he's like filming all the way down and there's a ladybug walking on this thing.
Oh my goodness.
And he's like, oh, there's a ladybug on it. And I'm like, ladybug ain't being burned. Ladybug doesn't seem to notice anything radiologically happening. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just ain't buying that one, guys. I'm not buying that one. You tell me what you think about it, and maybe I'll reconsider. But I ain't buying it for now. This one was interesting, though, just to kind of back up the whole UFO thing that's going on right now. This is Representative Tim Burchett says there's entities originating out of 5 or 6 deep sea sites around the planet. This is one of our congressmen, man. Like, this is crazy.
What if these are entities that are here on this earth, that have been on this earth, that, who knows how long, and that we think they're coming in from way out. Maybe they did millennia ago, but they're here and they're in these deep water areas, and that's why. I mean, like we say, we know more about the face of the moon than we do what's going on there. And we have a higher propensity of sightings around these 5 or 6, I believe, deep water areas. And so to me, it just it creates a question there. And then when we have naval personnel telling me that we have these sightings and that there's these underwater craft they're chasing that are doing hundreds of miles an hour, and the best we've got is something that does maybe just a little under 40 miles an hour. So I got a lot of questions about that stuff, and I mean,
yeah, so do we. So do we, sir.
How unusual that he's going to say, we know more about the face of the moon than we do the sea. I wonder why you guys have decided to do that. It's not like you don't have the ability to start investigating the sea.
That's true.
I mean,
guys, that clip came from Blurry Creatures podcast, so go check them out. But yeah, that's interesting. Tim Burchett coming out here telling us there's creatures coming out of the ocean, guys. What do you think about that? That's just, that's some interesting stuff. Let's take a look at this one. There's some interesting stuff coming out of the sky here, huh? Look at this.
Looks like a ball.
There's no sound on this one. Yeah, some kind of strange orb, ball thing. USA, January 29th, 2025. Well, that's interesting. They're going to give me a close-up of this thing. I need to see, I wonder if they will. Let me see if I can. Okay, there you go. Look at that. I don't know. What do you think that is, guys? That's definitely hovering. It does not look like a balloon. So all you balloon people out there, this doesn't look like a balloon to me. It looks too smooth around the edges. Smooth around
the edges is so fuzzy.
Well, I mean, look at it, though. It's like a solid thing, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely spherical. But you would think with our cameras nowadays that
I guess
we
it could
could
be
get a better
balloon,
image.
A ball balloon. Maybe somebody filled some kind of silver bouncy ball with enough helium to get it to lazily float above the treetops.
Okay, I don't think that.
That's what it looks like to me. Doesn't it look like it's just kind of lazily floating here above the treetops? Look at this one. Look at that one on the left. I don't know. What is it? Could be a balloon. It's an exercise ball full of helium. Look at it. It's going down towards the trees. I don't know. Is it a balloon, guys? Y'all tell me. I don't know. It's interesting. There's lots of this stuff popping up around the country, though, so are they all balloons? Surely not. Here's another example. Look at that thing.
Whoa.
What on earth? What the heck? Baby.
Yeah, that just disappeared.
What? Whoa, look, it's back.
What?
Okay, I want to see that again.
I caught that at the very end.
Watch this fire. Hold on. Watch it. It just comes into view. Watch. And stops. Bam. It's there. Whoa, bro. Okay, if that one's real, that is incredible. This is loud.
And then it just disappears.
It's just there and then it's gone. It comes out of nowhere. Look at, you're going to see it one more time. There it goes. Look at that. That is wild.
It didn't look the same, though.
Look
like
at
it was much faster the second time. Whoa. It's kind of hovering.
I want to see it come in. Watch. There it comes.
Oh, I didn't even notice that with the first time.
Yeah, look at that.
So why did it slow down?
Watch it. It slows down beside the plane.
I know. But why? Why would it go so fast and slow down and then like
so she
speed
can get
back
a
up?
good picture?
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that one? Now that one, I don't know. People will probably say that one's AI generated or something. I don't know, man. That one looks pretty crazy to me. If that's real, then that is pretty incredible. I mean, our own government's saying that this stuff is out there. So to say it's AI, it's kind of just lazy at this point.
Do you know that I saw that we are having to listen to experts now on how to figure out what is AI and what is not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's hard to tell. These apps that are coming out today
wild.
can absolutely clone you and have you say things that you didn't say, but it looks just like you, sounds just like you. It's incredible.
You know, and when I want AI to do stuff like that, it laughs at me.
Something weird happened to the sun, guys. Check this out. This is in Ohio.
I heard we were going to have some solar flares.
Look, this is one. Look.
I mean, that is pretty interesting. That's a big one.
That's massive. If he captured that with a camera from the ground.
Yeah, that is pretty incredible.
That is a massive, massive flare, guys. The sun is very active right now for some reason. There was a big flare just a couple of days ago, or has it already hit Earth, I think?
Well, that was on the 2nd, apparently, so.
Oh, well.
So maybe that was
Maybe that's
same
the one. Yeah. Could be. Very wild right there, buddy. Well, we got to do a ghost video.
Ghost video?
Yeah, because, you know, the veil is thin, man. Not thin, man. The veil is thin, man.
So do you think
what am I seeing
ghosts?
Here? Is that a ghost? That's oh. Did you see there was something walked across the
Oh yeah, I saw it. It's still walking.
There
look.
it goes. There it goes again. Yeah. Do you think
do you think they're ghosts? Do you think they're spirits? Do you think they're demons? Do you know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. Some of these are really strange. Like this one particular is really strange. Most of them, I just think that their frame rates on the cameras and that sort of thing. Like everything's super clear that's stationary, but anything that's moving in like outside of the immediate front of the camera, like in the distance, gets kind of blurry and.
Sure, it'd be kind of interesting to see like a cat, and then maybe something like this in the same frame, just to see what it would act like.
Or
like
just
side by side comparison.
Or just like a bicyclist come riding down that street right after, you know?
Yeah.
That would tell you. That would be like, okay, well, the bicyclist was clear moving faster than the person. So, yeah, in that case, I would be like, maybe. It's interesting, though, because there's a lot of these types of videos out there, too, and some of them are very strange. But I think it's the cameras. I think. What do you guys think? Tell me what you think in the comments.
It's getting more and more obvious that they faked the moon landing. Elon Musk
What? Did you see that dude in the background?
It said that it would take 24 rockets of fuel to make it to the lunar surface.
Oh, come on. This is a joke.
Refueled 24 times. Well, obviously, they didn't do that back in 1969.
That's from a James Bond
really
movie.
Interesting. And then I started trying to understand the architecture to get there. Okay? I did not understand until this week when I really thought I was going to embarrass myself in front of you guys and then decided to further embarrass myself in front of you guys. I didn't realize that in order to get the human lander to the moon, we have to launch a bunch of additional rockets to tank up in low Earth orbit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Elon Musk says it's 8.
And
this
I'm
guy
like,
says it's a
how
lot
many
more.
rockets do we have to do that with? And they're
And
like,
we did that?
6.
I don't remember them telling us
I know
that.
people. I started calling people. I was
Ever.
like, dude, really, how many rockets is it? They're like, well, boil off. And okay, so I was like, some people were like, well, it's looking like 8. I was like, 8 rockets? We have to fire 8 rockets to fire 1 rocket to the moon? And then they're like, I mean, that's what they're saying, but it's probably more like 12. Really? And then I was like, I'm an engineer. I know how to do this stuff. So I started to account for like nominal schedule slip and boil off. And this is how many rockets it's going to take to fill up that thing to get it to the moon.
So you can pause there.
You had any questions?
So he said he did the math. It's going to take up to 24 rockets taller than the Saturn V to go to the moon. You see that? This is why they destroyed all the schematics, the blueprints, and everything in the attempt
100%.
to cover up the fact that it's technologically impossible to go to the moon with the Saturn V rocket, which he just proved. That you saw the Saturn V was smaller than Elon Musk's rocket, and it's going to take 24 rockets taller than the Saturn V to have enough fuel to go to the moon. Are we convinced yet that they fake going to the moon? Now, here's another...
Most people are not. Most people are not convinced yet. It's not enough evidence. Show me more.
Getting more.
Look, I don't know for sure, but all the evidence in my mind says that we did not. So, guys, we wouldn't be doing you guys justice if we didn't include one of these flat Earth theory videos. So I saw this one, and this one is really good. I thought it was a good one. This guy, he does a good job.
So this is a ship tracking website. Anyone can go to ship tracker, whatever it's called, and you can click on any of these dots and see where the ships are. But we noticed something weird, Eddie. There's some ships way inside of where the ice is supposed to be. Okay, 730 miles from the closest port. Okay, that's huge, right? And at that distance on Google Earth, it says it's 1.9 miles higher than the Earth, right? So higher than the water. So 1.9 miles higher. So there can't be a canal. Well, what's going on? How did that ship get in there? Then we zoom out a little bit. We found another ship 905 miles in from the closest port. An active ship. That's 2.7 miles high. It's almost in the center of Antarctica. Okay, according to the globe. So what the heck is going on there? So we clicked on one of those ships, and it had very little information. It said it was 580 meters long. That's a gigantic ship, right? And it didn't tell it where it was going. It didn't have any information other than it was registered in the nation of Kiribati. Where's Kiribati? So we look it up. It's out here in the middle of the ocean, the middle of the Indian Ocean. I have a pin on it. It's a sandbar, Eddie. Okay, it's a little bigger than a sandbar. But China gave them $10 billion recently, and America's given them equal amounts of money not that long ago.
Are you serious?
It's a very important trade route. I found a whole bunch of articles. Other countries are like, yes, Kiribati, very important trade route. Why do they need to stop here? What's going on here? Doing a little investigation on Kiribati, one of my listeners said, look what I found. The Captain Cook Hotel. Bed and breakfast or whatever. Maybe someone just got to say Captain Cook. Captain Cook's the guy that said we tried to circumnavigate.
That's that dude that went around Antarctica.
He went 68,000 miles, took him 3.5 years. Maybe that's just a coincidence. Okay. We looked at the ships that were landing in Kiribati currently, and guess what? They had very little information too. Their destinations were either unlisted, which is weird, or Christmas Island. Why are all of these 15 or so ships unlisted or Christmas Island? Strike 2. What do I think that's going on? Here's what I think is going on. I think Kiribati is a very important trade route, but it's going out here. Now, on a globe, that would show this boat in the middle of Antarctica, but maybe it's going out here to these other continents, and they're trading technology, computer chips. We want the right to explore. And here's the thing. There could be dozens of these trade routes. How would you ever know? Because you never heard about Kiribati to this very moment.
Wow. Okay. So they're saying there's a gate to get through the ice wall, apparently. It's very interesting. Is this song gonna cause me problems?
sometimes the dreamers finally wake up. Don't wake me, I'm not dreaming. Don't wake me, I'm not dreaming. Past times will never hold me down. Lost love, speed away from time bound. I got the strangest feeling.
Did you see that? Very, very interesting. Guys, I don't know. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Are we living on a globe that's hurling through space at thousands and thousands of miles per hour? Are we? What do you think, babe?
I don't know yet. I'm still discovering.
We're still deciding what we think on that. Guys, let us know in the comments what you think, and, we'll discuss it. A lot of stuff going on, so we're telling you guys to be watchful. There's lots of things going on, guys. We are definitely noticing prophetical things happening. Seeing a lot of this on the internet, people talking about it. I'm not telling you that the day is coming, but the day is coming. So, do what you got to do. Get prepared. Guard
That's
your
the
heart.
biggest thing. Absolutely get prepared, guard your heart. Tell everybody you can about Jesus.
If you don't know Lord Jesus, get to know him.
Be good friends with your neighbors that know how to grow things. Learn how to grow some stuff.
Yeah.
It can't possibly hurt.
No, we got to be a community, guys, in these crazy times that are coming up. If suddenly you're not allowed to work without submitting to something that you don't believe in, then how are you going to take care of yourself? Do you have a community? Do you have brothers and sisters and neighbors and family that all think like you and know the same truths that you know and stand for the same things that you stand for? Do you? If you don't, you should. You should start building it now. You're going to need that community, or else you're just going to have to submit like the rest of the sheeple. Guys, that's all the time we have for you today. We will see you guys next time for another episode of the Southern Drawl Podcast, right here on the Southern Drawl Podcast. Peace. Blindly walking, I'm so lost. Gone for quite some time. Forgetting all that I once loved. Feel like I'm dying. Hope is gone away. Fingers cold and numb. Eyes fade into white. Darkness overcomes. Bleeding from this pen.